a bus journey. Fun all the way.
Conchi?
Chalo Baini, Oile Marama.
Feeling up a rhythm, journey to my Suva. On the way, we are gonna move on. Now to Cartoon Nandi and Fun the answering our Tonga. Hala run, coming up away. Crossing up another one, troops away. Gone low key, our way today. Highway to Suva, oh yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the launch for Highway to Suva Vimal Reddy film, Unifocus film production. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite the film producer, director, to come and say a few words. Mr. Vimal Reddy.
The Honorable Attorney General and Acting Prime Minister, Mr. Ayaz Said Kayu, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of my team, I have much pleasure in welcoming you to the premiere of our movie, Highway to Suva. This is the day I have dreamt of for many years. Although I have made 2 movies before, in the last 10 years, this is the first time we are doing a mainstream cinema release, which is a simultaneous release in Lautoka and Suva, followed by the release in other countries. This is technically a world premiere. We have had a couple of screenings in Melbourne and Sydney, which were sneak previews. Since my first movie, Adhura Sapna, we have gradually improved the production value and added a touch of Bollywood without deviating from the Fiji flavor, which we have given in our previous movies. In this movie, we have the Bollywood connection by way of one actor, one dancer, 2 senior crew members, including the cinematographer, who is a masterclass cinematographer from the Pune Film Institute in Mumbai, and of course the famous Javed Ali, which most of you know, has sung one song in our movie. At the same time, we are pleased to say that the rest of the cast and crew are Fijians, right? 90% are Fijians. As in my first movie, we have once again launched a local singer in Vijay Kumaran, who is now based in Melbourne. He has actually sung alongside Javed Ali in Mumbai. I have persisted over the last 10 years with Fiji movies, ignoring the skepticism about the viability of Fiji movies. People still ask me, why do you keep on making Fiji movies? I say to everyone, why not? Since Adhura Sapna, there has been a steady rise in the acceptance of Fiji movies, and it is growing. This I have witnessed from the screenings that I've done in Melbourne and Sydney recently. The response was overwhelming. So that only goes to show that there is a good future for Fiji movies. Even if I do not make any further Fiji movies, I hope that I have inspired budding movie makers in Fiji to continue telling Fiji stories through movies. You do not need a lot of money. All you need is a strong passion and collaboration of creative minds, which there is no shortage of in Fiji. You all know that. We have a lot of creativity in Fiji. Put your brains together, make simple stories, which people will appreciate. It is very pleasing that in recent years, there has been so much growth in the film industry over here. The Kula Film Festival, for instance, is a very highly successful event. And the string of Bollywood movies shot in recent years only goes to show that we are on the right path. The government of Fiji, through Film Fiji, have done extremely well, in my observation, in the last 5 years, at least, in terms of pushing the growth of the film industry in Fiji, which is very good to see, especially for a person who has got so much passion for movie making. I have personal interest in this, and I've noticed that there's a lot been done in the last 5 years. Together with that, I've noticed that the Fiji National University has done a lot of work in terms of providing good talent. And incidentally, I have used 3 student film school students in my movie as crew members who have done small roles as well. And I'm really happy to hear that they've all got very good jobs in Fiji TV and Pacifica and so on. I am delighted to be part of this era in Fiji, having produced 3 feature movies which have provided opportunities to many talented individuals. And one of my very first actors in Reginald Prasad, who was, some of you will remember, Sambu in Adura Sapna, is now runs a movie company here known as Bright Future Films. 9 years down the track, there's something that we started long time back is now developing into future movie makers, and I'm sure there will be many more to follow. I have no doubt that the foundation has now been laid for the big push to take the movie industry further ahead. And I'm pretty sure we are now ready to make movies as big as Bollywood movies. And mark my words, this is about to come. Finally, I would like to thank all of you tonight for coming. In particular, I would like to thank the Attorney General and the Acting Prime Minister, Mr. Qayyum, for finding time in his very tight schedule to come for this important event, which I believe could be the start of something big to happen for Fiji movies. I would also like to thank the following people who have been very helpful. I have thanked almost everyone that I could in terms of the production, which is on the movie itself, so I'm not going to read out all the names which are already there in the movie. So I'll just read out some of the ones that have helped me for this premiere event, and then we can move on in our formalities. Particular mention is for Reginald Prasad, who has been very kind enough to help me with this premiere event. I'm a full-time worker in Melbourne, so I had very little time to organize the premiere. He was kind enough to take over the marketing and promotion of this movie under the banner of Bright Future Films, Fiji. Thank you very much, Reginald. I really appreciate your help. I would like to thank Damodar Cinemas. They have been very cooperative with me in terms of organizing the screening, and Daniel Vikash in particular. SPR for providing the sound system, and Bula Shots Fiji, one of the sponsors, Pacific Bookshop, and all the media organizations in Fiji. I will not be naming individual organizations because you have all supported me over the last 10 years for the various films that I've made in some way or the other. So all those who are here, thank you very much. Please keep supporting. I think media has a very important role to play in terms of promoting Fiji movies. It is now up to you to send the message out to the people, and then things will just flow on from there. Before I conclude, I'd like to quickly introduce the cast and crew. So if you could just please walk down here, all the actors and the crew, because I'll have to look at you before I can name you, so it'll be easy for you to just walk down. I'd probably say Rishi and Tarishma to come down first. Back is a Mumbai actor. He's acted in a recent movie, Eben Teben. Some of you may have seen his movie. Tarishma Gounder is a local actress, first-time actress in my movie, and I'm really pleased to introduce Tarishma Gounder, who has done a fantastic job in my view, and you will see the movie later and agree with that. Ratu Rakwita Tawake. Ratu Rakwita Tawake has acted in all my movies. I have promised him that, be it a small role, I'll always have him in my movie because he is a fantastic person. He is a very hardworking man. He is an excellent actor. He has done really well in Adura Sapna as Jonah. Now you will see him in a really good role as Pate. We have Vijay Kumaran, who is a supporting actor as well. He has acted in my previous movie, Ghar Pardes. Vijay Kumaran is also the singer. If you have heard this title song, Highway to Suva, Vijay Kumaran went all the way to Bollywood and recorded his songs. He sang 2 songs, in fact. And yes, and he's also a supporting actor. Then we have Edwin Awad. He's now based in Brisbane, formerly of Lampasa, I think, or maybe Suva.
I'm a local boy.
Sorry, right. Edwin Awad has also acted in my second movie, Ghar Pardes. And now I'll call upon Neomai, we call her Maya. So Neomai is one of those FNU students that I took for the crew. She actually did a small cameo role, which is a very, very interesting role of Sarah, which you will witness shortly. Then I have Nathaniel Kisun, is he here? And cameo roles as well. This is the time when they were still studying, so I gave them this opportunity to develop their craft or get some work experience in terms of making and acting as well. So they were fantastic. I remember we were shooting and Wesley was, he had a trip on the light wire or something and fell and he had a big blister and said, no, don't worry about it, we'll just move on. That's the dedication you have from these local hardworking people. And I think I've got everything. Right, Albert Eastgate is the assistant director. I shouldn't have missed him. He has given us a lot of support. He was the assistant director and the fight director. So there's a fight scene which you see, I didn't do anything there. Actually, I was outside having coffee. Yeah. All right, that's basically it in terms of people who have come over here. There's lots of other actors who couldn't make it here today, so we will finish it off with that. And just to mention some of the highlights that we have is Natasha Baweja is a cousin of Harman Baweja, Bollywood actress who actually dances in this movie, the item number. So when you see her, you know who she is. Then we had Sabu James, the guy I mentioned, the cinematographer from Hyderabad. And basically, that's all. And one more person that I would like to mention is Leo Richmond of Sunlight Films. I think it's Sunlight Films, right? In Nandi, where we took all the shooting gear from. We hired the shooting gear from Sunlight Films, which was a great help because getting all this stuff from overseas is pretty difficult. So he was able to provide us quite a lot of equipment. All right, that's basically it from my side. I would like to now call upon the Honorable Attorney General and Acting Prime Minister, Mr. Ayaz Sayed Qayyum, to say a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to firstly congratulate Bimal for his perseverance. As you heard, that he's been making movies, or at least been connected to making movies in Fiji. This is very, very unnerving because all I can see is a light. I can't see any one of you. But he's been wonderful in that sense. And, it is great to see former Fijians, people who've lived here and have chosen to live in other countries now, coming back to Fiji and indeed contributing to Fiji from wherever they live. And what he has done, in fact, has, in a way, propelled movie making in Fiji. And I think we should all put our hands together for him, because generally they tend to get forgetted, the directors. I understand his lovely wife was also the executive producer, so I assume she controlled all the purse strings. But it's great to have that sort of teamwork, and thank you for contributing to Fiji. As he highlighted, the reality is that movie production has really excelled in Fiji in terms of the number of productions that have taken place, in particular over the past 3-4 years, and the interest that has been shown. We do have a long way to go, but we do have an amazing amount of talent. Some of the talent is very raw. We have the Cooler Film Awards, we also have the Dance Awards, and I think all of that combining together with the fact that we have enormous interest being shown. We have such directors and producers like him who come to Fiji, and the interest is generated. Just to give you an example, movie productions in Fiji is not simply limited to only Bollywood. We recently had the Beauty and the Geek production that finished. It's been shot in Fiji, but shown worldwide. They spent something like $4.5 to $5 million in a span of a few weeks. Now, what that means is there's a huge amount of injection of capital or money into the local economy, and sometimes it's very localized. They shot the entire movie around Beach House. They're now going to shoot another production at the cost of about $7 million in the Mamanudas. So the job creation, it creates the fact that they pay VAT, we gain revenue from that, But also at the same time, as part of the 47% rebate that the Bainimarama government gives, one of the conditions is that they have to use students from Fiji National University. And you can see the result of this. We have these wonderful students from FNU who obviously are benefiting from it. And hopefully one day they will become producers and directors themselves and make international movies. Because that's precisely the type of talent we have that we need to eke out, that we need to engender, so we can make wonderful movies in Fiji. So I'd like to thank you once again for that. I'm sure you don't want to listen to a long speech. I've got a great movie to see. But thank you once again to all this talent. We are very, very supportive. The Bainimarama government is very much supportive of arts and culture, and we need to expand beyond what we've already been doing. And in this way, it helps a nation to become a lot more mature and be able to express our feelings, our needs, our wants on the movie screen, and to showcase what we are capable of. So thank you once again, Bimal, and a wonderful cast, and I'm sure it'll be a wonderful movie. Thank you. Naka.
Thank you. Gentlemen, please sit back and relax and enjoy your highway to Suva.
A bus journey, fun all the way.
कौन ची?
Chalo baini, oile marama.
Feeling up a rhythm, journey to my Suva. On the way we are gonna move on. Now to Nandi and fun we answering our toga. Hala run, coming up away, crossing up another one troops away. Gone rocky our way today, highway to Suva. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh no, oh yeah, oh we can, we like it. Come on, come on. किसी की मंजिल किसी का सपना कोई बेगाना और कोई अपना किसी की मंजिल किसी का सपना कोई बेगाना और कोई अपना किसी का लोचा किसी की टक्कर किसी की सेटिंग किसी का चक्कर थोड़ी तू मैं बक थोड़े मंसूबा ये जर्नी है मस्ती वाली जिसमें दिल डूबा हाईवे टू सूबा ये है हाईवे टू सूबा किसी की मंजिल किसी का सपना कोई बेगाना और कोई अपना किसी का लोचा किसी की टक्कर किसी की सेटिंग किसी का चक्कर थोड़ी तू मैं बक थोड़े मंसूबा ये जर्नी है मस्ती वाली जिसमें दिल डूबा हाईवे टू सूबा